Hello, Reds fans. Welcome to the YNWA Transfer News Channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your daily latest news.
Liverpool moved quickly to reach Rodrygo agreement after ending Alexander Isak interest. Liverpool have quickly turned to Rodrygo after ending their interest in Alexander Isak. With Luis Diaz leaving for Bayern Munich in a deal worth around £65 million, the Premier League champions were expected to reinvest the funds in the Newcastle striker. The Reds have spent heavily already this summer, snapping up Florian Wirtz in a British record deal worth up to £116 million, while Jeremy Frimpong and Milos Kerkez arrived from Bayer Leverkusen and Bournemouth, respectively, for a combined £75 million, and one £110 million bid for Isak later, which was immediately rejected by Newcastle, and the Reds are said to have admitted defeat in what they view as a futile chase for his signature. The nature of Newcastle's rejection the club are said to want £150 million has led them to abandon their attempts to sign the player, and now Rodrygo is reportedly in their sights. ESPN Brazil report that Liverpool have already made contact with Rodrygo's agents ahead of a first formal bid. Journalist Ciro Lopez claims that Rodrygo has agreed personal terms with the Reds, writing, "Liverpool have spoken to the entourage of Rodrygo, and the Real Madrid forward has approved an informal offer of personal terms. Arsenal and Tottenham have also been linked with Rodrygo, who faces an uncertain future in Madrid." Darwin Nunez and Milan links signal a summer of uncertainty. Milan's interest in Nunez signals transfer intent. AC Milan have made an attempt to sign Darwin Nunez. Negotiations with the Liverpool player remain difficult. These words from Sky Sports Italy set the tone for what could become one of the more drawn-out transfer stories of the summer. With a clear desire to reinforce their front line, the Rossoneri are casting their net wide. Yet it is Nunez, the 25-year-old Uruguayan forward, who tops their list. According to the report, Milan have already spoken with the Uruguayan, and view him as their primary striker target. This approach comes despite rival interest from Al Hilal, who are said to be vigilant, but have not yet submitted an official offer. Liverpool's quiet stance creates tension. Liverpool have remained characteristically quiet amid the growing noise surrounding their striker. There has been no suggestion that the club are actively pushing Nunez out of Anfield, nor have they made any public statement to squash the speculation. This silence has only helped intensify scrutiny. What complicates matters is Nunez's role in the new era under Arne Slot. After two mixed seasons under Jurgen Klopp, Nunez's output, 33 goals and 96 appearances, has left the fanbase divided. His energy and work rate are rarely questioned, but his finishing and composure in big moments continue to attract debate. Milan, it seems, are prepared to bet on his potential. Financials and alternatives on Milan's table. While no numbers have yet emerged, Milan's intent is clear. The report confirms that Calamurendo, Vlahovic, and Hodgland are also on the list, but that, for the Rossoneri sporting director, the Uruguayan is the number one target. The financial challenge, however, cannot be ignored. Nunez joined Liverpool for a fee that could rise to £85 million. It is unlikely that the Reds would accept a significant loss unless they had a replacement lined up or Nunez himself pushed for the move. For Milan, tempting Nunez would likely require a structured deal or a creative solution involving installments or performance-related clauses. The fact that negotiations remain difficult reflects this complexity. Saudi interests lurking in the background. While Milan pursue a European route, Al Hilal's interest cannot be discounted. The Saudi Pro League continues to flex its financial muscle and has already lured players in their prime. Nunez is viewed as a potential star name, though no formal bid has yet been made. That status, interest but no action, may work in Milan's favor, at least for now. Liverpool, meanwhile, may see this as an opportunity to cash in should Slot prefer a different attacking profile. But without clarity from the club or player, the saga is still developing. EPL Index Analysis. Liverpool supporters will greet this report with a cocktail of frustration and indifference. On one hand, Darwin Nunez is a player who divides opinion. His chaos factor has created moments of brilliance and disaster in equal measure. On the other, the thought of losing him without seeing his full potential realized at Anfield may feel premature. The idea that Nunez might be replaced by a less dynamic, more system-driven striker under Slot is plausible. If the new manager is keen to press high, build fast and transition quickly, then Nunez may or may not fit that mold. That said, the feeling on the COP is that patience might still pay off. One more year, one more push, that's what many fans would want. The Saudi angle raises eyebrows but not alarms. If Nunez were to leave, most fans would prefer a European move. Seeing him thrive in Milan rather than disappear into the Saudi league feels like a more fitting trajectory for a player with something to prove. Ultimately, most supporters will wait to hear from Nunez or the club. Until then, this feels like noise, intriguing, yes, but not yet definitive. Federico Chiesa Liverpool future takes fresh twist as statement released. Federico Chiesa continues to be linked with a return to Italy before the summer window closes. Now, from the Liverpool attacker's homeland has emerged a transfer request accompanied by a shock statement that could end with a knock-on effect for the player on Merseyside. The Reds signed Chiesa, 27, from Juventus for £12.5 million as Arne Slot's only arrival in his first summer as head coach. He signed a 4-year deal at Anfield, the first of which presented struggles with injury and securing Premier League game time. As a result, the Italian international ended the season with only one league start in the 3-2 defeat to Brighton after the title was already won, 14 total appearances amounting to 466 minutes of playing time, and only 2 goals registered. Chiesa has since featured in the summer 2025 preseason fixtures against Preston North End and Stoke City, the latter behind closed doors, before it was confirmed he would be a notable absence of Liverpool's tour of the Far East. This was officially put down to a new, minor issue that required assessment, but in the weeks the Reds were away, this circumstance only served to fuel further transfer rumors of an exit. One such rumor to arrive from Italy in late July claimed interest from Atlanta. Sport Italia explained how the Serie A outfit are prepared to pay €12 million, £10.4 million, with Liverpool contributing towards 50% of his salary. But the deal would only be able to take place following the Bergamo club's sale of Ademola Lookman, as they were hoping to fetch €50 million, £43.6 million, from Inter Milan for the former Everton star. Ultimately, negotiations have become protracted on that front, with Gazzetta dello Sport amongst multiple sources to report a €45 million, £39.2 million, offer had been rejected. Now Lookman has come out with a bombshell statement accusing his club of blocking a move, for which he has now made a formal transfer request. On X he wrote, "Over the past 3 years at Atlanta, I've given absolutely everything. Not just as a footballer, but as a person. I've always worn the shirt with pride and tried to represent this club and the city of Bergamo with heart, passion, and dedication. I came here with the hope of helping this special club grow, and together, we've created memories that will stay with me forever. Winning the Europa League and standing shoulder to shoulder with my teammates that night in Dublin celebrating with our fans was one of the proudest moments of my career so far. It still gives me goosebumps thinking about it. Atlanta, and especially its supporters, have become a part of me. This place has felt like home from the moment I arrived, and I've always tried to repay that love even in moments where things haven't been easy behind the scenes. That's what makes writing this so hard. I have loved every moment, but feel that now, after 3 wonderful years in Bergamo, it is the right time to move on and experience a new adventure. There have been numerous clubs approach Atlanta in the past, and I have previously always stayed loyal. However, myself and the ownership of the club have been in agreement that now is the right time, and the club were clear with me that if a fair offer came in, they would allow me to move. Despite now receiving an offer in alignment to what I believe had been discussed, sadly the club are blocking the opportunity for reasons I do not understand. As a result, and after many months of broken promises and what I feel has been poor treatment towards me as both a human being and as a professional footballer, sadly I feel I have no choice but to speak out for what I believe is right and feel that enough is enough. I can confirm I have now handed in a formal transfer request. Even throughout the extremely difficult moments I've endured, many of which have remained private and confidential. I have always tried to put the club, the fans, and the team first and hoped it would not get to this, but I unfortunately feel there is now little choice. To the fans, the heartbeat of this club, I want to say this. I'm truly sorry it's come to this. I hope you can understand this incredibly difficult situation. It's simply about standing up for what I believe is fair and right. The support you have always given me has been incredible, and the bond we have created together is special. I hope to work together with the club to find an amicable solution for all parties as soon as possible. With love and gratitude, Ademola. It remains to be seen what impact this has on Lookman's exit from Atlanta, if they are to dig their heels in or become pressured into the sale of their want-away player. In turn, Liverpool could have an eye on events if Chiesa does indeed end up the subject of Diaz's desire in an effort to find a replacement. Following the end of last season, Chiesa himself admitted he was happy to stay put at Anfield. However, he also revealed he was also interested in the possibility of a return to Serie A. On the subject of transfers, he responded, "That's something to think about during the summer. My family, my agent, and I have a great relationship with Liverpool, and the goal is to be ready for the pre-season. We'll find the best solution for everyone. I work every day with a Liverpool program to be in top shape for the tests on July 8th. While out of the squad, at Juventus, I was able to train in great condition, but I missed playing friendlies. I had to start from scratch at Liverpool, and that held me back. I hope, next season, it's my season. My dream is to participate in the World Cup. I played and won a European Championship. The World Cup would be the best." Harry Kane dismisses Luis Diaz problem following Bayern Munich transfer. Harry Kane has played down concerns over the language barrier between Luis Diaz and his new Bayern Munich teammates, following his transfer from Liverpool. Diaz's move to Germany was confirmed last week, with the Reds agreeing to an $87 million deal with the Bundesliga giant after the winger had made his desire to leave Anfield clear. The 28-year-old was unveiled at a press conference on Thursday before going on to play his first game for his new club on Saturday. With Diaz coming off the bench to play the second half of Bayern's 2-1 preseason win over French side Lyon, there have been some concerns expressed though over how Diaz will communicate with his new teammates, with the majority of Bayern's squad made up of German players. Diaz rarely gave interviews with English outlets during his time at Liverpool, with the Colombian having been helped to settle in on Merseyside in 2022 by the various Spanish speakers at the club. He continued to develop a strong bond with the Reds' other South American stars, including Alexis Mac Allister and Darwin Nunez, but he doesn't have that luxury in Munich. Diaz was seen spending a lot of his time in his first training session in Germany with João Palhinha, with the Portuguese international also able to speak Spanish. The midfielder though looks set to complete a move to Tottenham soon, raising concerns that the former Liverpool star could be left without a translator. England captain Kane though has played down those concerns, insisting that Diaz has been able to communicate with his new teammates without many problems. "His English is okay. Obviously there's not many players in the team who talk Spanish," Kane told Sky Sports Germany. "But honestly, his English isn't too bad and he can communicate well with the team. Hopefully, his English and maybe his German picks up from some and some of the others players can talk to him. But with the coach, Vincent Kompany, talking English a lot of the time, I don't think he has a problem." Diaz won't have to wait too long for his first competitive game with Bayern. The German champions play 2 more friendlies against Spurs and Swiss club Grasshoppers before facing Stuttgart in the DFL Supercup on August 16, with the Bundesliga season getting underway on August 22 against RB Leipzig. "I'm very happy to be here in Munich at this great club," Diaz said at his press conference on Thursday. "My first impressions were very good. I've not had much time yet, but I've been welcomed very warmly and look forward to getting to know everyone. I wanted to join FC Bayern because the club's aims are in line with mine, and I wanted to move to a big team. The club has incredible history. We want to win everything. My aim is to help the club and have success as quickly as possible." Thanks for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.